Okay, now I'm prepared. So let's just start at the beginning here and work our way through. The transmission halves come in later, and you'll know that there's a difference here. This side here, which is part number 2, has little grooves in the hole. There are other differences, but that's just an easy way to identify them. So part 2 has little grooves here. Okay, we're going to set those aside. Let's grab the shaft. We're going to start on the top one here, and this is the shaft that has threads on it. There's 2 different ones, and we're not working with this one, we're working with this one. So the first thing we're going to do, I guess, is to take one of the wonderful little E-clips and put it into this groove here. And it's easy to cut your fingers on those if you try to press them on with your fingers. So we're going to put it on and hold it against the workbench and slide it on. When it's on, go ahead and make sure that it spins, which means it's properly on there. So we will start from this end. Let's grab one of our 5x11 bearings and slide it on, and it's going to hit the C-clip. From the other side, we have one of our small little pins, and it's going to slide through. There are 2 holes on here. It's going to slide through the forwardmost hole. Then we're going to grab our 26 tooth gear, which is the smaller of the 2, and it does say 2/6 stamped on there, very, very, very small. And the little notches here are going to line up with the pin and slide onto the pins. And then we will take one more bearing and slide it over the end. Be careful when you set this down. We're going to quit working on this one, that pieces and parts don't fall off. So we're going to set that down here. The second one, we're going to look at the directions, and we have the short end to the left and the long end to the right. We're going to put the C-clip on the little groove that's on the end here, and that's the end of the short end. Press it on, let's rotate it, make sure that it is properly on there, and we will slide one more FastEddy bearing over the shaft so it rests against the C-clip or E-clip, your choice. Now we're going to take our second pin, we're going to slide it through this hole, and we're going to lay our 28 tooth over it, and you can see that it does say 28 stamped in the side there, very small. Doesn't matter which way it goes on. Let's go ahead and slide that little puppy on there, and then we will put on one more bearing, just like that. And that's how this unit will look when you're done. Let's go ahead and set that down. And now it looks like we are going to put the shafts into the transmission case. So let's grab our transmission case number 1, which is the one without the notches in the hole. We're going to turn it in this direction so the flat part faces down and the open part is in this direction here. So let's take the second one we did, which is here, and that's going to line up, and we're going to press the bearing into the hole that you see in the center of the case. I'm going to put that down in just like that. The second shaft, we're going to slide the threaded end through the hole that's here and press the bearing in so that the 2 gears line up. Comprende? Now we need to figure out what the heck is going on with this little piece here. And it's showing that it goes into this hole. So I guess that's what we're doing. We are putting that little, oh, this is for the 2-speed. I think that's some kind of a hole blocker for the 2-speed linkage. That's what I'm assuming. So that's going to go in like that. Now we're going to slide the 2 cases together. This shaft here is going to come out of this hole. Let's try this again. Make sure all the little pins line up across here. We'll snap it together. It slides together real nice. Let's go ahead and make sure that everything is working properly. Now, this is not showing or calling for any grease inside the transmission, so we are not going to grease it. I don't know about that. I am going to put some grease on there. I'm sorry. Just something I'm going to do, whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. I'm not going to put a lot on there, just a little bit, but I just can't see having non-greased gears in there. Just putting a little dabs on there. See if we can get this back together again. There we go. I'm going to spin this around just to coat the gears a little bit. Alright, now we need to screw the case together. And it's looking like this little piece goes somewhere. It's showing it in this direction. And I'm assuming, there we go. I'm assuming, you see this little post here? The hole is going to slide over that, and it's going to line up on the bottom here. We're going to slide that together and use the little short screw in there to hold it on. I have a feeling that's another 2-speed part. Going to hold that case together. It's wanting to come apart. Now we're going to use the 4 additional screws that are here, and we're going to put those in 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to drop them in and screw them. I'm going to do the other 4 off camera. That was pretty easy build on that transmission. I've seen some that are a lot more difficult. Again, when you're putting these screws in, just put them in until they touch. You're going to see the case come together here. As soon as that case comes together, stop and go ahead and put the other ones in. We're going to do the other 3 off camera.